Bats. Introduction. Enter drift dust as night approaches, and you might see a dark cloud pouring like smoke from the cave. It's a cloud of sorts, but it's not a rain cloud. It's a bat cloud. Bats like to spend the daytime in the cool darkness of a cave hanging upside down from the sun. But nighttime is different. It is time to hunt. So thousands of bats take flight from the cave. They dive and dart about, snatching insects from the air. About bats. Bats are one of the oldest groups of mammals who have lived on Earth. According to fossil records, they were sweeping through the air almost 60 million years ago. Bats flew through the Earth's skies before humans walked on the planet. Although bats have been around for all that time, they haven't changed much. Ancient fossils show that bats of long ago were very much like modern day bats. There are close to 1,000 kinds of bats. In fact, there are more types of bats than there are kinds of any other mammal. These bats are placed into two groups, microbats and megabats. Microbats eat mostly insects, but some also eat small fish, mammals, and amphib- amphibians. The smallest microbat is the bumblebee bat, which is about as long as a paper clip. Microbats live in a wide range of places and can be found throughout the world. Megabats eat fruits. They are found in warm, tropical areas where lots of fruit grows all year long. The largest megabat is the Malayan flying fox. It is so large that with its wings spread out, it would stretch the length of the average sun bat too. While some megabats are not always larger than microbats. Bat feeders. Bats seem to get a bad rap when it comes to looks. In fact, some people might consider them downright ugly. Others think bats look fierce and scary. If you get to know bats better, you might change your opinion of them. You might even think that some bats are rather cute. Bats, like most mammals, are covered with hair or fur, which is soft and quite short. There are a few types of bats that have only a little fuzz on their bodies. No wonder these bats are called necked bats. Bats' fur comes in as many colors as human hair does. There are bats with brown, black, gray, red, and even yellow fur. Bats are the only animals that can fly. Flying, flying squirrels are mammals too, but they don't really fly. They glide through the air after jumping from a tree branch. Bat wings are made of two thin layers of skin. The skin is so thin that you can almost see through it. A bat's wings are really modified, ha- hence that even have small thumbs. The skin stretches between between long this between thin bones when the bat is in flight and folds up when the wings are not in use. A bat's wings are used for more than flying. If a bat is too warm, it stretches out its wing so heat can escape to cool the bar. If the bat is too cold, if it can wrap itself its wings. Like you, bats have two sets of teeth. The baby tooth teeth are lost early in a bat's life. They are replaced by a set 26 to 28 adult teeth. These teeth are sharp and are used to cut and crush food. Dis- Despite what many people believe, bats aren't blind. Bats use their eyes to see during the day and in the early evening. Let's learn how bats find food in the dark. Flight and flying. Bats are skilled flyers. The bones of the bat's wings can bend easily to change the shape of the wings. By changing the shape of their wings, bats can quickly change the direction of their flight. In addition to wings, most bats also have a piece of skin that stretches between their legs. When flying, bats spread their legs so they that can use the pouch of skin to help them steer up or down and swerve left or right. We now know that bats are skilled flyers. But skilled flying alone doesn't make bats good hunters, since bats do most of their hunting in the dark of night. They need more talent than flying in order to hunt. Microbats also have another features to help them hunt. Echolocation. This is the use of sound waves to help bats locate insects in flight. The photo and text below show how bats use echolocation. When a bat finds an insect, it sends out more beeps or clicks and sends them out much faster. It must send up up to 200 beeps or clicks per second. As it closes in its target, it sweeps up the insects with a wing and scoop it into a patch that is formed with the skin between its legs. Later, the bat will stick its head into the patch to gobble up the meal. Bats also snatch insects out of the air with their mouths. The combination of still flying and echo- echolocation makes microbats excellent hunters at night. The next time you are out at night, take a look skyward. You will likely see bats darting through the air, collecting insects in their tail patches. Observe how quickly they change direction. They are responding to brain signals telling them where food can be found. Bat behavior. Bats are not the mean, frightening creatures that many people think they are. They don't get into the hair or attack people, and these are no human vampires that turns into bats. The truth is that bats are shy, gentle creatures. In fact, bats are our friends. Just think of how many insects would be around if it were not for bats. Can you imagine sleeping while hanging upside down with blood rushing to your head? Well, it's a not problem for bats. Bats sleep upside down. They cling to the undersides of surface using the claws on their toes. Hanging upside down makes it easy to take off to fly. All they have to do is let go and begin flapping their wings. Many bats hibernate in the winter when there are no insects to hunt. Before hibernating, bats eat lots of food, which they store as extra fat. They depend on this fat to survive during the winter. Some bats migrate to warmer areas during the winter. Red bats fly all the way from Canada to Mexico rather than spend the winter in the cloud. There is even a bat in Europe that flies over 1,600 kilometers, 1,000 miles to spend the summer in Russia. Don't expect to see the bats migrating since they fly at night. Female bats give birth to one or two babies every year. They are the only flying animals that nurse their young on milk. After a baby bat is born, it crawls up to its mother's chest and clings there with its claw. It feeds out of its mother's milk and even clings to the mother's fur when she goes hunting. But baby bats don't hang around for long. Many are able to fly and catch their own meals only 3 weeks after birth.